Hello and welcome back another video of Unreal Engine. My name is Hamid Salim and you're watching Unreal Nation. So in the last video series, we have implemented all the basic functionality for our character about walk, move around and jump. So in this video, we are going to take a look how our character is equip our inventory. Basically, this video is about pick up a inventory, pick up a gun, pick up a sword as well. So for that, we need a gun, static mesh gun. So for that, what you need is you just minimize and open up the Unreal Engine again. You have to create a first person project so that you will import the gun mesh from that component to that. So I have already created that. Here you can see FPS2, that first person shooter. So for how you can create from scratch, just click on the game and click next, and now you are going to select the second one, first person. And when you click that and go to next and create an empty project with the name. So after that, what you need is you just need to migrate a gun component, a gun mesh from that game project to your game project. So here you can see, let me go to content browser, and in the content browser you can see one folder over here, FP weapon. So double click and open it up, FB weapon, and in the mesh double click, and here is the skeleton mesh. What you need is just right click and go to asset action and migrate. When you click on the migrate, and it will select the basic, all the basic things that should be needed when you have to migrate. So click OK, and now it will open up the folder location. So here you can see I have in FPS2 content. Let me go to back and Unreal projects. Here is the list of all the projects that you have created. So now I want to migrate into TPS2. Double click, and here you can see I have already migrated the gun. So you're just going to click the folder and just select folder. When you select folder, the assets are going to migrate from this project to your project. After that, you need to close this one and open up your game project. So in this, here you can see I have a gun, FP weapon and mesh, and here I have the skeleton mesh. The skeleton mesh of a gun. Here you can see. Now, click and open. Go to your content browser and go to the blueprints. Now, what we need is we need an actor class. So let me go and create a blueprint class type of actor and name as TPS2 underscore gun 2. Double click and open it up, and just add a component on the left hand side, name as skeleton mesh. Here you can see. Now you need to select the skeleton mesh, and in the details section under mesh you need to select your skeleton mesh, that is our gun. Okay, so for server. Now what you need is we need a collision component as well. We need a collision component. I will explain later that why we need the collision component. Now select the mesh and add a component called box collision, and here is the box collision, and now set their size. So click on that corner and select the size. Okay, let's compile and save it and move to the content browser again. Now what we need an interface. When we hit any key, that interface should be called. I have already created that, but I am going to create that one again for you. So let me go to right click and go to blueprint and go to blueprint interface, and I am going to give the name tps2 underscore gun2, double click and open it up. And here you can see it will always giving a one function default. So on that right section, double click the new function, right click and rename that. And I'm going to rename that pick up. So when I have created that function, here you can see now we need to implement this function each and every time. We have to implement this function for once. So this is called each and every time when we hit the E key or any key to press our weapon. So compile and saved it, and now I am come back to my gun blueprints. So in the class setting, click on the class setting on the top, and here you can see on the details section we have a section called interface. Now you need to add that interface. Now I am going to search for TPS, and here you can see TPS2 gun2 interface. So I have implemented that function, and now on the event graph, so I don't want to use that, and now I am going to search for that same function called pickup that we have created in our interface. Pickup, I am called that function pickup. Just compile and save. Now for now, we have just implemented an interface in which we have to create our function, and we have also created another blueprint actor class in which we are going to add our gun, and in the event graph we have to call the same function that we have implement in our interface. Now go to our character blueprint. So that is our character blueprint. So what we need is when we press the E key, our character should equip the weapon. So let's search for the E key. Search for E key from the keyboard, and let's search out. Oh, here is it. So for example, now I am going to press the H key to equip our weapon. Now what we need is let me place our this gun character to our scene. Here you can see when our character should in this box, when our character should overlap this box, then by pressing E our gun should be equipped. We do not want that our character should equip the gun from that place that is very far from this. So that's why we have added the collision component when our character should overlap that, and then in this area when we click the H key or E key, whatever key you want, our character should equip the gun. So let me save it and go to our character blueprint, our third person character blueprint. So here we can see we have search for the H key. Now I am going to change that to E key as well. E key is the standard. So here is the E key. Now, so when we click the E key, we first need the information that our character is overlapped or not. So for that, just right click and search for get overlapping actors. And in the actor filter class, select the actor. So that will provide the information about our actor is overlapping or not. So now just drag a wire and search for loop with break. So search for loop with break, and now here you can see array element. I am drag that and search for does implement interface. We want to interact with only those actors which are having the interface that we have created. For example, we have created an interface TPS gun2, so we only want that our character, we only want that actors which have implemented this interface, that is TPS2 gun2. So okay, now Now, under that, click the B key. On pressing B key, just click the mouse and search for branch. So here is the branch. If this value is true, then we are going to call that event. Then we are going to call that same event that we have created in our interface, that is the pickup. So let me call, and when this true, we have to give a message to our pickup function. Okay, now let's compile and save. It is giving me the error. So for the target, you should get this array element reference to our target. Just compile and hit save. So when the E key is pressed, it will get the overlapping actors information, and then it will give a message. This is here, you can see it is passed the message in this TPS in our actor class. In our actor class, this function to be called when we press the E key in our from our character. Now it will give a message to our gun class, that the gun class that we have added. So it will pass a message to this event graph to that. So now we want to get the gun to be attached to our character. So what we need is we need our character reference over there. So for that, right click and search for get a player character. Here you can see, now I'm going to cast that to my character. Here is a TPS to my ch. So right click and convert to pure cast. Convert it. So now what you need is, we need another one, that is the get mesh, because we want to attach our gun to our mesh. So good. So what we need is, now we need is that our character is already equipped a gun or not. We need just information first, that is our character is already equipped the gun or not. For that, I have already created a variable named equipped boolean to our character blueprint. So now I am going to check that. If it's false, then it means our character is going to pick up the gun. If it's true, then our character is going to drop the gun. So now let me close that interface. Now on that, I am going to get equip boolean over from that and click the branch and give the execution while and give the condition. Now if the value is false, it means our character is not equipped the gun already. If the value is false, now our character should equip the gun from the ground. So now I am going to search for attach component to actor. So here is the attach. Where is the attach component to actor? Oh, sorry, attach actor to component. So this is the node that we need to use attach actor to component. Now when this falls, we need this. Okay, so what is the parent? Parent is this. Parent mean that character mesh that our gun should be spawned on. So you can go to change that to snap to target, and snap to target. So when this gun is equipped, you have see we have give the parent as well. Now we are going to give the socket name as well. So for that, just hit compile and save and go to our third person blueprint class and select on the mesh, and under the mesh go click on the search icon, and here you can see we have a UE skeleton mesh mannequin skeleton, and here is it. Here you can see I have added a one socket that our gun is attached to. So where I have added the socket, let me show you. So I have attached the socket. Here is the socket that is named gun. So how you can added this, let me delete that, and you can select the hand.r. Here is the hand.r, right click and add socket. So here is already added, double click and change the name to GUN and whatever name you want, gun. And now after giving this name, you have just right click and add a preview, add preview assets. Like we want to add our gun and check that how it look like. So just scroll down and here is the gun skeleton. Oh, check that. Just press the F key to focus, and here you can see our gun is not looking right. So what we need is we need to change the root location as well. So let's go with the location. I think no, location is not working, so go with the relative location to Z direction. Just drag and check. Oh, so okay, like I am not going to waste my time by changing the rotation. These are the hit and trail values. You should be able to do that. So I am just save that and close our skeleton mesh. Now I am again go to my actor class, and now in the socket name I am going to provide the same name in that I have created for gun. Just compile and saved it, and until now let me check it out that it's working or not. So compile and save, and I am going to play. So where is my gun? Where is I have, oh, here is it. So I am going to that and click the E key. Oh, that is good. E key to press. Double click and open it up and checked out where is my gun, man. Oh, here is it. And press the E key. Okay. So there is another setting that I have messed it out. So when you have to create our gun component, when you have to create your gun, you just need to add the skeleton mesh. You just click on the skeleton mesh, and under the collision you need to profile. Here you can see under the collision section when you have to create our skeleton mesh, like this mesh. When you select this mesh and go to the collision section, and in the collision section go with the customs and ignore for our pawn and camera. You just ignore that for pawn and camera. Just compile and save, and now you have to all set. Here you can see when you go near our weapon, press the E key, our character is automatically equipped the gun. So in the next video, I am going to show you how you can unequip the gun. Like this is the video you have to learn how you can equip the gun. In the next video, I am going to show you how you can unequip the gun. So see you in the next video.